What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Precise Thoughts back with another video. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about what is your passion? And, if you don't know what your passion is, what are some ways you could find out what that is so that you can go forth in this world and begin to, utilize those things that you consider as a passion for, as a business for yourself, how you can provide services and products in that field. Obviously, my passion is to be a content creator as well as being a music producer. So my service is to provide music production to artists, singers, other content creators as well, filmmakers, people that market products. Anything that requires music. There's a vast array of things that require music, film, television, and I've had music license to all of those different avenues. So, a lot of people, when they think about music production, they just only think about like, hey, you need to get your songs on the radio, you need to try to contact big artists. Well, yeah, of course, obviously we try to do that and we want to get like, hit records and things like that. But, we fail to, utilize the full potential of being a music producer and what that's all about, making music, right? Basically licensing your music out to a lot of people that require music. YouTubers need music. If you have a product and you want to place that on YouTube or on television or however you can get your ad somewhere, maybe a banner ad, quick videos, you'll hear music in the background. So jingles, things like that. So, that's always been a passion of mine since I've been born, and I was able over time to invest in that and, acquire, the things that I need to, to go forward in that. But, so for me, it was a deep inside passion. So basically, a great way to find out what your passion is and, hey, I want to start a business, but what kind of business should I do? Ask yourself, this question. What would I do if I had, unlimited money, basically, right? A lot of people say, hey, I would travel, I would buy real estate, things like that. So basically, if you didn't have anything stopping you from going forward in that, if you love to travel, maybe you should try to get involved. A lot of people, you feel like as though you can't do it what you want to do. You can't travel because maybe you don't have the funds, right, or whatever. So maybe because you have a passion for that, maybe you could become a travel agent, place yourself in that particular business and help others get that sense of gratification. Also make money so you can fund yourself to travel as well. So a lot of people, you guys aren't experiencing your life. You aren't living your life because you aren't in the field that you're actually passionate about. Maybe you want to work with people. You want to help people. I used to work for a company that was a nonprofit organization. Of course, I got paid and everything, and all the staff, we all got paid and everything. We had salaries, but the organization is a nonprofit organization where we help people. It was a transitional facility, basically a halfway house, if you will, or whatever, right? But that job gave me so much gratification, just dealing with people, helping people, seeing people with their personal life. And, I used to get people, people used to boycott us actually and come up and protest for the services that we provided for felons that have, paid their retribution to society. And they would come up to me all the time and say, I'm trying to put you out of business. And I say, you know what? That would be great if you could put me out of business. Because that means people aren't committing as many crimes. Because without a program, a transitional program like what I'm doing, I would tell them, you're risking having these people back on the street. And then, the recidivism rate of, it's a large chance that they're going to commit the same crimes. Studies show that with programs like this one that I'm involved in, we reduce the recidivism rate by having a reentry program where we provide counseling, anger management, we help them save the funds that they need to be in society so that they can have somewhere to live. We're screening their, family, their friends. We are monitoring, when they leave the facility, when they return on the facility. We're making contact with their employment. We're doing so much that if it wasn't done for these people to do that transition properly, you don't know what kind of crimes they would be committing and things like that. So, you never know what someone's involved in. Like I said, we met a lot of backlash, but I would say, hey, if you did that and you put us out of business, the other program that you would be putting in place to take us out of business must be way better than ours is. So, so hey, I'm not mad at you, but because if you know something that I don't know, then go ahead and put me out of business, because it was a second job anyway. But I digress and I went on a tangent. But yeah, I was passionate about helping people in my community, and so go with your heart, you know what I mean? Or some would say your gut, right? Because the gut is actually more like the heart. So your gut is kind of like your heart as well. But yeah, that's a whole nother. Whoever, when you know. But yeah. So go with your passion, go with what you would do if you had no restraints, right? Of course, if I had no restraints, I would travel and I would purchase real estate. That's why I'm studying real estate. Financial information is what I'm, studying in businesses. I love to learn about entrepreneurship and finances, and I love to help people with information. I'm not a CPA or a lawyer or anything like that, and I don't try to give advice. To take my word as an advice, I would say, hey, research this, but I can tell you what I know based on my experiences. So, finding your passion, it's not always easy, and not everyone is just born with the passion that they can go, put forth. But I would say to try, don't be discouraged by the fact that you try so many things and you fail, because failures are just lessons. It's not really a failure, because if you never tried it, then you never know. And when I was younger, I was always I always seemed to lack focus. But as I get older, I understand that I casted a wide net for the things that I wanted to learn, and my elders would tell me, you need to focus on one thing and focus on this, and then you become specialized at that one thing. Well, it's 2020. And I love the fact that I can be an autodidact and I can learn whatever I want to learn. And I can have businesses in whatever I want because I can learn those things. I can learn how to, help people with their finances, and I don't need my authority on the subject is my experiences. It's because I failed so many times. It's not just me speaking out of turn on something that I haven't experienced. I do have life experience because, I failed and I've been successful in different areas. So that's the difference between having knowledge and applying knowledge. That's the difference between having knowledge and having wisdom, because wisdom comes with experience. It's not always just a piece of paper or having someone over you as a mentor that will give you credibility. Sometimes you got to give yourself credibility, because if that's always the case, when are you going to put your first foot forward in that business that you've been trying to start? Because you have no one that's vouching for you. So if you always have it in your mind that no one's vouching for you, no one says you have the credibility or the authority on the subject to start this business, you'll never do anything. People will talk you out of your goals and your dreams by invalidating your goals and dreams because they didn't do it on their own. They use nepotism, they use networking that you may not have access to, or resources, that you may not have access to. So them seeing you do it in unconventional way, like starting a YouTube channel, being a social media influencer by accumulating a lot of followers and having a page that's, watched by many, and you become a curator of sorts. they're not used to that. It's different. So some people are going to come at you. They may judge you for what you're doing. They may try to, invalidate what you're doing. They may try to, basically, they may not even be trying to do this. It could be indirectly. They don't even know. It's manifesting through their subconscious, basically by the words that they speak to you. If every time you tell someone about your new goals and your new things you got going on, it's met with resistance, don't always blame them and say that they're being a hater, because sometimes they can't help it. They just can't help it because they had so many things that they wanted to do in their life, but they had to follow that conventional road, and they feel as though you're not putting the work in. You're not putting the groundwork in. Who knew I had 3 YouTube channels? This is the first one I'm doing a lot of engagement with, but I've been doing YouTube since 2006. I was one of the first people that provided music for content providers when some of the first popular YouTubers were doing YouTube. A lot of them don't even have channels anymore. A lot of their content has been removed, but they were like the first ones that got millions of views and things like that. I was one of the first ones. I was one of the first ones that was on Blog Talk Radio with a podcast. Before that was super popular. I'm talking 2008, 2009. Okay? Was doing this for a long time. Having people on my shows from all over the country, people from different countries even, and not to be living in the past, but people will ask you, what are some of the things you've done to make you be an authority on this? Yeah, I'm not new to this, okay? It takes a long time to grind. It takes a long time to learn. It takes a long time to become a master at something. Even just to be good at something, because I'm no master, but I do know that, I'm good enough. And you got to have the confidence within yourself to know that you're good enough. So I just wanted to hit you guys with that message today. It's your boy Precise Thoughts, man. Never let nothing get, make you quit. Keep going, keep striving. Holla at me, man. I need likes, shares, and subscribes because I come with a good positive message and a good word on today. You know what I'm saying? So holla at me, man. Share this message. Subscribe to me because I need subscribers. We're on the road to 1K. It's been less than a month. Only got like 20 something subscribers, but we're gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep knocking this information out to you guys and this content. And we're gonna do some other things too, some new things, some unboxings, all kind of stuff I got prepared for you guys. So hit me up and y'all have a great day.